Hello, my name is Hunter, and I am coming from my wonderful garage gym where I just finished a workout and wanted to explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing this video, and hopefully you can find some benefit. So again, my name is Hunter, and I just started recently lifting again, more serious. I say more serious because prior to this, I was just aimlessly following whatever I wanted to do and no real path to where I wanted to go. And honestly, that's not really the best way to train, especially if you have goals in mind, at least not for me. So I'm getting back into powerlifting. I used to compete more or less. I mean, I'd go to some competitions, but I had fun. I had a coach. I was really serious about it. Life happened, pandemic. I had a baby, got married. Not in that order. Married, baby. We moved again. So a lot of things have happened in life. I kind of felt like I injured my back a little bit, or at least aggravated it. So many excuses and reasons why I wasn't lifting with a plan, but nevertheless I wasn't. And I just feel like I need some of that structure in my life, albeit I will be changing some things, I think, to be a little bit more conducive to being a dad as well, because that's my number one job now: dad, husband, and then of course work, and then I also have some hobbies and passions of my own, which are one of them being lifting and working out. So in addition to the current things that I'm doing, cardio is a big one of them, specifically for like longevity. I want to lift, keep my muscles active, grow stronger, and probably actually compete again in some sort of powerlifting meet down the line. But I will be honest, I have a long way to go to get back to where I was. So as I said, I personally need some sort of structure in my life, at least when it comes to lifting. Eating as well, I like to be regimented, because when I'm not on my meal plan, I tend to eat all off the reservation: cookies, candy, ice cream. Not that those are necessarily bad per se, but when you eat them unchecked, it can be, and I tend to do that. So I will be tightening things, especially in the new year. So this is kind of preemptively planning out my new year, so I can kick off 2023 the right way, with the right foot, and I'll actually be sharing more on what I plan to do for powerlifting specifically in another video. I'm going to be using the EvolveAI app, because I just find I like apps better, or some sort of spreadsheet. And honestly, while I could probably do it for myself, because I do have some of the knowledge and principles and training for coaching. I used to coach, still kind of do, but I just personally don't like to coach myself. So I'm going to be using the EvolveAI app as I get back into it. And I guess one thing I wanted to talk about prior to starting, because this kind of gets in my head a little bit, is this concept of the dip. And it's that concept or principle was introduced to me by a book by Seth Godin. And it talks about how a lot of times we start something with the best intentions, a lot of motivation. We really start off strong, and then things get hard. We often quit them, and we never see the fruitful benefit of this nice curve or the dip. We often get into the dip, the moments of, oh, it's really gritty, it's hard, it's tough, and then we stop. So I'm going to really try to avoid that by staying motivated, doing this video series, mapping out my journey the best I can, although we all know sometimes things come up, and that's okay. But in general, I want to keep trekking forward. Will I ever hit the numbers I hit before marriage, before kids? Who knows? That's yet to be seen. But I want to give it my best effort, if anything, just for the health benefits of being strong and having muscles and lifting weights. This time I'm going to be very cognizant to keep cardio in. That's something that I sometimes tended to neglect in the past. And I just think that cardiovascular health is so important for just our day-to-day lives, and then also for our longevity in general, which I do have a passion for. Listen to a lot of podcasts and audiobooks on the topic, so I want to kind of explore that route as well in this short series over the next couple months. Hopefully can help motivate anyone else out there as well. So I guess just wanted to share a little intro to this series, and again go over this concept of the dip. I think it's very important to recognize it, at least understand that, hey, there's going to be a time where I think I'm on top of the world and it's gonna feel great. And then shortly after, I'll probably feel like this stinks and I don't wanna do it. And I wanna quit, and we gotta get past that. And again, I'm gonna hopefully use this video series and social media, hopefully, to help keep myself accountable. Because if I'm putting these vibes, so to speak, out there in the world, hopefully I can stay up to them, because honestly, it helps to have an accountability partner, whether that's a real person. I will be sharing these same goals and values with my wife, so hopefully she can also help me keep me accountable. On to the lifting, which I should have maybe some video of somewhere. This is my second week of kind of structured lifting. Prior to this, I've been hopping around all these different programs. Honestly, for the past couple years, I'm doing a lot of Peloton, a lot of treadmill walking. I've also been running, so I've been all over the place. Now I want to get back into some structured training. And let me tell you, I am very humbled, because I've been putting in my maxes into the app, and I can guarantee you my max lifts are nowhere near what they were before. And it's tough, because in my head, it's like, I used to do this, I used to do that. And I'm really starting from scratch, honestly, close to 50% of what my maxes were, because I want to start slow and do it right and not jump into it with something that I haven't done in years and then come back with an injury or overtrained or something ridiculous. So I'm starting slow. It's hard, it's humbling, but I think it's the right way to do it. And I'm gonna, again, like I said, use the EvolveAI app. I think having some sort of coach that is doing the thing for me personally is the way to go. Shameless plug, I help coach if you're out there and need someone just to hold you accountable. I can also do programming, but that's not the point of this video. I'm just really kind of looking forward to, I guess, dad PRs. PRs are sometimes hard to come by, especially if we were very trained in the past. But a new chapter in life, I think, to me, I really can say everything's a PR, because this is really a different time of my life. Training isn't the sole focus, as mentioned earlier. My wife and daughter are, and so that's exciting to me, and I just want to continue to get healthier, grow, and have this structure. So what my training sessions won't look like are marathon training sessions in the past 1, 2, probably max 2 hours in the gym, slowly lifting, lollygagging, taking my time. Not going to do that this time. I'm going to try to keep them short and efficient and do the minimum effective dose to get to where I want, because I want to maximize time with Emery and Haley. And that does also help by having this gym here that I can kind of stumble to from the house, obviously, because it's the garage. Maybe for all of you, that's not necessarily accessible, but you can still benefit from keeping the sessions in the gym as minimal as possible if your goal is something outside of pure strength sport. So that's the case for me. My goal is to get strong, but at the same time, have time with my family. And that's really another focus of this kind of new channel and this new series, is being a dad, being awesome as being a dad, but also having time for our passions as well. I guess that's it for this first one. The next video in the series will be outlining the app, EvolveAI, me setting it up, and then the first couple weeks of training. So I guess here it goes. Excited to share this journey with you, and hopefully you can take something out of it, whether it's how to train as a dad, training in general, getting back into training, using the app, using this new technology as a coach, or just so looking forward to it. Thank you. Stay tuned. Catch y'all later. And take 23. Exercise in the first place. There is my water heater. Momentary break for the steak shake, Mark Bell steak shake. All the useful, necessary protein and also organ meats, and honestly, freaking tastes amazing.